Whatever I say, I remember you. If you remember me.
Hey guys, welcome to 7-minute study. In this video I'm going to talk about process models in software engineering. In this particular video I'm going to cover waterfall model and incremental models, and the next video I'm going to talk about evolutionary models. So what are process models, to be accurate? The process models are process areas of the same nature in a project or product development that are classified together into a model. Thus, a process model is a description of a process at the type level. Since the process model is at the type level, a process is an instantiation of it. Alright, software development lifecycle models or model is a conceptual framework describing all activities in a software project development from planning to maintenance. It is associated with several models. So there are various stages involved in SDLC lifecycle, SDLC model. So the stages involved are requirement gathering, analysis, design, coding, testing, deployment, and maintenance. I'm going to I'll just brief them up. What are there? Requirements gathering is nothing but the basic necessities for the product development or project development. Let's say web app development. We are going to get the necessary API and all, and then we are going to have analysis. We need to just think about what is required to be done, and design. We need to think about how the project could be developed, and then coding. We are going to develop the project with hands-on, and then we are going to test the project with different test cases, and then we are going to deploy it to the customer. And after deployment to the customer, the task of project development is not completed yet, where the major part itself is a life cycle. It's known as maintenance. We are going to maintain with constant communication with the customer. Alright, so we are going to have three major types of models: waterfall model, like process model or SDLC models, waterfall model, incremental model, and evolutionary model. So what's a waterfall model? Right, okay. So waterfall model is also called classic lifecycle model. It is the oldest model that is existing. Here the work flows from communication through deployment in a linear fashion. That is, phase in deployment or development begins only if the previous phase is being satisfied or completed. But waterfall model is used only when the requirements are well defined and reasonably stable, clear, and fixed. Project should be short and there are no ambiguous requirements. That is, we need to give clear-cut requirements to the customer. In a waterfall model, we are going to have 5 stages involved, wherein all the stages of development in the SDLC models are being covered. That is, requirements gathering and analysis, design and coding and testing, and then we are going to have deployment, and feedback is nothing but maintenance. Alright, so communication is a single block, and then we are going to have planning, modeling, construction, and deployment in waterfall model. So what are advantages of a waterfall model? Waterfall model works well for smaller projects, and we need to have clear cut and the projects which are having clear cut requirements being given to the deliverer or developer, and then we are going to have phases are processed completed at a time. So there's no nothing like clumsiness involved in the project development. And then we are going to have easy design development, and the projects are going to be developed in a very linear fashion, so it is easy to be understanding for the customer too. And then we are going to have disadvantages. What are disadvantages of a waterfall model? So waterfall model is not actually suitable for a real-time and large projects like object-oriented programming projects, because it is very difficult to state all the requirements initially itself, because there might be changing requirements at runtime too, wherein the customer might be needing it's different things at different times. So there is a high amount of risk and uncertainty, where because we need lots of the clear requirements being understood by the developer. So to solve this problem, we introduced another process model which are known as incremental process models. Alright, incremental process model is a combination of one or more waterfall models. In this, requirements are divided into multiple modules, and each module is developed separately. Finally, developed modules are integrated together. Alright, so they have two types of incremental process models, which is the first one is the incremental model itself, and then we have the rapid application development or RAD model. And then first we are going to go through the incremental model. The incremental model is nothing but an integration of one or more process models, waterfall models, like the same phases are being involved, but we are going to like different process areas are going to be processed like developed again and again based on the changes in requirements, and then the whole process models which are being developed are integrated together as an incremental model. Alright, so it is very so we can understand that the incremental process model or incremental model here is very flexible in nature, because we can extend the requirements, we can give new requirements, and we can extend the performance, and we can it is very the advantage is low cost, as it is like integration of waterfall models, and waterfall models are less in costs. And then, but it has a major disadvantage of clear cut. Here also we need to give clear requirements at each step, incremental step. Alright, cost is higher than a waterfall model. Of course, it's expected, because here many waterfall models are being integrated together. We are going to have the rapid action development model. So what's a rapid action development model? It has short development life cycle. It is a high speed adaptation of the waterfall model in which rapid development is achieved by using component based construction. It uses only minimal planning. The functional modules are developed in parallel as prototypes and are integrated to make the complete product for faster product delivery. Since there is no proper planning, it makes it easier to incorporate changes within development process at any time. RAD is used when there is a need to create a system that can be modularized in 2 or 3 months of time. That is, we have less time. But in waterfall and incremental model, the first incremental model, we can have like more amount of time being involved too. Alright. Here automatic tools are used to generate code from modeling. So we need to design the correct way. For this we need to give appropriate design, which is necessary to give automated coding, and even the testing is automated. So the construction part, wherein coding and testing are being processed or done, is automated at every place. And modeling consists of 3 types of modeling majorly: business modeling, data modeling, and process modeling. And construction consists of construction is nothing but coding and testing. It consists of component reuse, wherein we can use this in coding, and automatic code generation, which is both used in coding and testing too. So for that we'll be using IDEs such as Eclipse or NetBeans in OOPS projects. Alright, so the advantages of this type of models is that the development time is reduced rapidly, and reusability of components is made available. Like we can even automate the testing process and coding process. And then the disadvantage is that it requires highly skilled personnel or people to be working on that. High cost might be involved, like the cost might be varying depending on the project, but the cost is obviously higher than waterfall and incremental models. And then we have the dependency is high on modular skills, and then we have modeling skills. We have like only systems that can be modularized are built using RAD. Okay, thanks for watching the video.